Hey guys, so it's me, Amanda. This is a new look for me. You guys had said in your comments that you wanted to see more videos or see a video using my brighter colored palette. So I used all colors in this palette in this look. Also, this is kind of like a tropical look, summery look, I guess. So this is it. Hope you like it. So if you're interested in seeing what I did, stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is apply a primer, which I will do with Urban Decay Primer Potion. Urban Decay Primer Potion. I always try to put a primer potion underneath these NYX sticks because sometimes they do crease depending on how like your lid is that day. I'm just going to rub that all the way up to the brow bone and underneath here because we're going to put shadow there. And just because I want it to pop more, I'm going to be using NYX's Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which is just a white shadow pencil. And I'm just going to go over the lid. And take your ring finger and just blend it out. And then again, taking some down here at the bottom. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this color purple right here in the inner corner. And it's a color called Stars and Rockets. That's it. It's kind of a mix between a pink and a purple. It came out with well, it's a permanent color, but it was re-promoted in Sugar Sweet collection. And I'm just going to take a 213 brush, it's just a little eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pat it on the inner third and right here underneath the tear duct. Really, it's kind of almost the first half of the eye rather than just the inner third. And a good tip for colors like this where you kind of have to like work with it to get it on the brush. If you take the pan, let me see if I can get this in focus for you. If you take the pan and like with the brush, you pull it back some so you can see it, and you just kind of push the product with the brush, you'll get like little powder flakes on it. You can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but no, you can't really see it. But there's like powder, and you just go behind it and just tap it on the side, and you'll see it gets like a lot on the brush. If you'll focus. Yeah, so you see it gets a lot on the brush. And then you'll see it gets like more opaque and better payoff. Then you're gonna just want to go in the inner corner and right here under the, right here under the tear duct. So then I'm just going to wipe the extra off that brush and clean it off. The next color I'm using is the orange color in the outside, and it's actually a color called Off the Page, and it was released with the MAC collection. It's just a really pretty frosty orange color. I love this color. And I'm just going to take that same brush and do the same trick to get more on the brush, and then pack it on, and then I'm going to put that on the outer half. And then right here where the two colors meet, I'm just going to take that clean side and just kind of blend them together. And then, you know, back and forth on each side of the brush. So then I'm going to take that same brush, and out here on the outer half or outer third, I'm just going to put a little bit of the Off the Page underneath here. Now the next color I'm going to use is a color called Sharp, and it's like a kind of magenta, like a highlighter green, yellow color. If you have Bitter from the Star Flash collection, it's pretty much the same color. There's also a newer color. I can't think of it off the top of my head as to what it's called. But there's also another permanent color at MAC that looks similar to this now. And I'm going to take a little itty bitty brush. This is a 1/4 or 3/8 inch. I can't really read it. Low Cornell brush I got at Michael's. Just going to get some on the tip. And right here in the middle, just going to apply that green. So the next thing is I'm going to take, this is a color called Sushi Flower. It's a pink. And I'm going to take, this is the Sigma SS224. I'm going to swirl that brush around in that color. Tap off the excess. And basically I'm just going to kind of use this as the crease right here. That color is just enough to kind of give it some dimension, but it's not enough to be like, whoa, a pink crease, you know what I mean? And it blends in very well with the orange as well as the Stars and Rockets. And then I'm just going to kind of concentrate out here on the edge. Now, because I kind of took it too far with the blending, I'm going to take my SS, oh, this is not an SS, this is a MAC 227, and I'm just going to kind of clean that edge up. There. Alright, so the next step, I'm going to take a little Vanilla Pigment by MAC. And I'm going to use that as the highlight. And I'm also going to go on top of that Sushi Flower with my SS224. And because these colors are already frosts, it's not going to add too much to it. It's just going to help kind of soften it and blend it out. There. So now to apply it for the highlight, I'm going to take the 227 brush, the big MAC fluffy one, because I don't want that brush that's got color on it. And that's way too much, but I'll blend it out with the clean side. There. Urban Decay's 24/7 eyeliner. This one's in Lust. It's a really pretty metallic purple. And I'm going to take the end of it and the end of the brush, and I'm just going to, well, let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. So I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to swipe it on the edge of the eyeliner to get the eyeliner onto the brush. And then I'm going to kind of go on the lash line here. And if you want to, you can use the really pretty purple one from the Physicians Formula stacker. But I like Urban Decay's a lot. And you're just going to smudge it like right into the lash line. And then I'm going to do the same for the lower lash line. With the actual liner, rather, I should say. And waterline, tight line. Now, since you kind of lose the orange and the pink here, or the Stars and Rockets, I'm going to take that same 213 brush and go over it again, like right over the liner. Mascara, I'm going to be using CoverGirl's Lash Blast Fusion, which is the purple one. It's lengthening and volumizing, if it will focus. And there it goes, Lash Blast Fusion. And that's it. So let me know if this is kind of what you guys wanted to see. Also wanted to remind you that I do have a giveaway. It's ending next week, so if you haven't entered that, please head over to the video in the down bar, bottom bar, whatever it's called now. And I will see you guys later. Bye!